Aloha lovelies, and welcome to Spirit of Business. Today I am super excited to be doing a session with Kristin Ford from the Infinite Wisdom Collective. Welcome to the space. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me here, Tjoni. I'm super excited for this.
Would you perhaps like to share a little bit about your business and where you're at with it right now?
Infinite Wisdom Collective is an idea that formed for me probably about 10 years ago that is now really coming into existence. I am a writer and spiritual mentor. My background is in spiritual psychology and consciousness, health, and healing. I would say my biggest motivation and obsession in life is the evolution of consciousness. And Infinite Wisdom Collective, for me, represents this place where I bring my gifts together so I can help facilitate others in really anchoring into their own wisdom, their intuition, and their sovereignty to bring their gifts out into the world.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And at what stage of development are you at this point in time?
Everything is in flux. So I'm in kind of a pre-launch phase. I have a workshop, a 12-week program that I'm in the process of creating to offer that sometime later in the fall or beginning of next year.
And is there anything in particular you'd like me to focus on, or shall I just dive in and see what's there?
I think just dive in. Let's see
Yeah.
what's there.
So my light is quite bright. I'm going to glass up so I can tune into the inner world. I'll be back in a moment.
Right.
And straight away as I'm tuning in, I'm being taken like just down, like into the humus, straight down into the earth. So it's quite dark and cool down here, comfortable. And as I'm asking for a space to open up, I'm seeing like the ground kind of separating, and I'm seeing the roots from the plants above. So it's almost like a cavern, a cave under the earth. And I'm looking down and seeing a watery stream. It's quite steep. It's like quite a steep abyss with water going through, and there's light coming from the other end. And as I'm asking for the spirit to show itself, it's coming straight away as like a bird, a hawk or an eagle. It kind of flew in, and it's just sort of perched right here. And I'm asking it what it wants to show me, and it's just swooped straight down into this open space, and I'm following it. And it's a really blinding, really bright light in there, so I can't sort of see anything for a moment. And then I'm landing in the water, which is quite a shallow stream, and the water is brilliant, like brilliant blue, like aquamarine, brilliant blue. It's really crystal clear, and the water is very cool and refreshing. And it's directing my awareness up, and I'm looking up, and there's other birds up there. They're spiraling around in a circle. And as I'm watching them, they're kind of spiraling down and up, creating this sort of vortex. But where we are on the ground, it's still kind of like a little bit separate from that. We're not engaged with that yet, but it's just to say that that's there. So I'm getting the sense that that's potentially, other kindreds. We've been talking about community and so on, and creating this more collaborative space. But so that is there, and it's in the environment, but it's still kind of far away. The important bit is just this one bird right here. And I'm just asking it, what does all okay look like? What could make this space better? And when I asked that, it showed me it had like an olive branch in its beak. I don't know why, and then it's put it in my hand. I'm just asking it, what does this mean? I feel like it wants me to plant it, like push it into the ground or make a mark with it. Yeah, it is. It's wanting to plant it into the ground and to grow a tree from it. So it's I'm interpreting that as something around taking a piece of something that's already in existence and then putting it in a different scenario to grow that, which if you're about to relocate kind of makes sense. So it's literally about just, taking that piece and putting it into the soil. So having that foundation of the earth will help it to grow automatically. And when I think about plants in relation to whatever this realm and reality is, it's really the energetic, like, matrix patterning. I was told once that anything can come into existence and be manifest very, very easily. But when you've got a piece of matter to start with, it almost like acts as an antenna, and it makes it easier to draw the potential into physicality. So that if we understand true magic, we could just manifest a tree, actually. But it's so much easier when we have already a stalk of something, because it attracts that energy in without us having to use the force of our magical mind so much. It already has the template there. So you already have the template. You already have that thing, obviously. It just needs to be ground. Is there anything you'd like to ask?
I have to say that when you said about, taking the piece that's already there and rooting it, planting it, that energetically, just like I felt that go through my body as kind of an affirmation of this relocation, of like, it hasn't been able to root because I'm not in the place that will nurture it to really give it the sustainability that it needs. Just carry on.
Carry on. So I'm going to ask also what it needs from you. It just showed me like this bird just literally turned around and started whispering to the piece of olive branch. Like, it wants you to literally talk to it and whisper to it and give it your breath. It wants actually not even necessarily the sound. It just literally was like it wants the breath on it, whispering to it somehow.
Okay.
And the intent of that is kind of creating this sort of vortex. And I guess the breath, symbolically, the air is the field of the intellect, of the ideas. Yeah, so it's about breathing the intent, rather than specifically putting the words out into the world. So you don't. It's not about broadcasting it yet. It's about whispering it to itself first.
It's interesting to me because a deep part of the work is, especially with this course that I'm creating, is about voicing our soul story for healing, like voicing the stories that need healing, and that can be via spoken word or song or poetry or just sound, light language, like all of those mediums for the expression to take form, like written, spoken. It doesn't really matter. It's the expression of the soul that is longing to be heard for the individual, but witnessed by the collective. It's to have that voice witness is kind of that's the foundation of this idea.
I'm going to come and join.
Great.
So I'm going to ask, what's the next step that you can take towards it? As soon as I said that, so there was 3 olives on this little olive branch, and so as soon as I said, well, what can you do right now? It turned around and it ate the olives. It's saying to feed yourself from it first.
Okay.
As in, work on the process for yourself first and nourish yourself through that first. That's the bit to do right now.
That totally makes sense in terms of be the template for it.
Yeah.
which is really aligned with a lot of what I'm personally doing right now to prepare for this and prepare for all of these changes that are upcoming, and most of them center around voice. So that is really beautiful. Although I hate olives, so I would never actually physically eat them myself. But
Yeah, and I guess, you know, olives are traditionally that symbol of peace, you know. Yeah. And also here, the olives here grow in the desert. They're super tough. The Siwa and Hurgada, there's big olive plantations there. We get a lot of olive oil from those areas. Is there anything you'd like me to ask while I'm tuning into this little guide?
I suppose the question is there anything about giving voice that I should be aware of, or that I feel like there's a piece missing?
When working with other people?
Yeah.
Okay. As in a piece missing to the whole process?
I feel like there's something that has yet to be revealed.
Okay. It's this gorgeous practice. I was doing a workshop in Australia with a South American musician, Parangui, and we were doing like a percussion and movement and dance and singing. It was so beautiful. And during one part, he had us all lying on our stomach. It makes me really emotional. I don't know why. And we were just whispering into the earth, just talking to her. And that's what this bird was showing me. I just went straight to its feet in the earth, and then I just saw its beak just talking to the earth. Yeah.
Beautiful. When I hear that, it makes me think of there's the air and the intellect and the voice and the sound, but to not forget the body, like the embodiment of our voice and the embodiment of the gift of our voice in the earth, like that. I mean, that's our ultimate body, is the earth.
That's where we came from.
So yeah, so that's really
return.
That feels like an element that I have not really considered as part of the scope of this, but that it feels really powerful to draw that in, like how to take these stories and embody the gift of them in a deeper way. So that's really that really, I know why you're crying when you said that. I know why it makes you emotional. It's really profound.
And I also just saw like its footsteps of just tuning in with the footsteps in the earth and like what brought you here. Yeah.
Wow, that resonates. It's really my story is the story that brought me here. So that's the place to start.
That's the place to start. Yeah. I'll see if there's anything else it wants to say before we go. And then it just kind of showed me this spiraling kind of vortex going from the earth to the air, up to the fire of the sun, back through the air, through the earth, down into the water, and just continually spiraling through all of those different aspects that are all in our elemental psyche and in the world around us and within ourselves as well, of the physical and the emotional and the mental and the spiritual, of all of those elements. And not more than that, but just to be aware of all of those, and that's what we're kind of threading through and aggregating with the work. Yeah, it's bringing all the bits together.
Yeah. I love that, the image of that, kind of that connection between heaven and earth, and that conduit between the earth heart and the cosmic heart, and the kind of the infinite loop that joins the two.
The cosmic spiral. Oh, that was fun. Thanks.
That was beautiful. I love the I love that hawk was present, because that is one of my guides. So I wasn't surprised when you when you said that was, who was there to offer insight. So
Beautiful.
yeah, I
Well,
appreciate
he's certainly flying around with you. That's
it.
for sure. Presence was really strong and
Yeah.
really expressive, like
Mm.
strong, but sort of not quite playful, just raw, like uninhibited, unencumbered. It's like, just, this is what it is. This is what we've got to do. Just get into it.
That is the word unencumbered is a theme for me right now. I love that you just used it. So appreciate that.
No, my pleasure. Thank you so much for being one of my co-journey conspirators.
I'm thankful to be playing here in your sandbox. It's great. This has really given me a lot of insight and points to anchor into as I'm bringing more form around this container that I'm creating. It's definitely been insightful and a pleasure.
Is there somewhere at this point that people can connect with you if they would like to know more about what you're bringing into the world?
My website is InfiniteWisdomCollective.com. Facebook currently at the page of the same name. And I also have a Substack where I primarily publish my writing, and that is Kristin M. Ford.
Thank you so much. And if anybody would like to come play with me and do a spirit of business, you can find me at tjoni.com, TJONI.com. Till next time, my friends, be well and keep dreaming the good dream. Ciao for now.